You're going to use your hand as a template. So you will need an A4 sheet of paper and a sharp 2B pencil. You're going to use your hand and arm to create interesting shapes so that you divide up the picture space into an interesting composition. What you're aiming to do is create a range of shapes, large, medium and small shapes. And to do that you need to overlap your template drawings from your hand. That way it starts to divide up the outlines that you've already drawn. You will also need to turn your paper around and place your hand in onto the paper from different edges of the paper. That way you can distribute the shapes in a more interesting way. Look at the flow and direction of the contours. See how they might make diagonal lines across your picture space, or vertical lines, or horizontal lines, whether these lines are short or long depending on where you've placed the hand. Diagonal lines give a sense of action, and vertical lines give a sense of attention, readiness, and horizontal lines give the idea of peace, because they represent somebody lying down. So we associate direction with how we move our own bodies within space. You can change your hand template simply by having your fingers wide open, having some fingers close together, putting your hand or fist on the side, drawing around part of your arm as well as your hand. This way you can create a whole variety of shapes. You can even fold a couple of fingers over and leave two other fingers extended. Right? Be inventive about the shapes that you create. You will probably want to draw around your hand and arm about 6 times to create a sufficient fullness within the picture space. This drawing can then be worked in a number of different ways. You might choose to do something with pencil so that you develop the outlines to go from thick to thin, to be dotted lines or dashed lines as outlines, to be quite bold or quite soft, and then you might fill in with different tone using shading, cross-hatching and dots, placement of dots to create a range of different tones. Or you may choose to experiment with watercolour.